Hello guys, and welcome back to Joe's Ventures, and today we're going to be doing Saurian Devlog 104, so we're really getting stuck into these devlogs. It's got quite a bit of exciting things coming to on this one, so some things development we're going to go into, but first we're going to go on about the field guide coming out again. So we're going to start with Tom's little input. So, hello everyone. Some exciting news to kick off this devlog. Our second edition of our book is being released. Back in the prehistoric world, before the pandemic, we were able to work out a publishing deal with Titan Books to distribute a hardcover version of the Hell Creek Field Guide. Unfortunately, certain world events caused the release to be delayed, but it is finally here, October 12th. You can pre-order now by clicking here. So you can pre-order this. It's coming out October 12th. And thank you for the continued support. So yeah, if you guys didn't get your chance to get the Saurian Hell Creek book, I got the soft cover. I might consider getting the hardcover because I'm a big fan of hardcover books. I'll think about it. But still really, really awesome. And if you guys want it, you can pre-order here. I'll put the link in the description, of course, to this devlog and to the pre-order. So don't you worry about it. So now we're going to be starting off with Henry's first addition to the devlog. So in the last month, I integrated the pathfinding replacement fully into the game and took the opportunity to make a slight but related detour on working on improving AI ability to hone in on their targets. The AI honing ability has been an issue for a while, and while largely a result of relying on root motion for animations to direct movement, it's largely a result of relying on root motion and animations to direct movement. So we use root motion exclusively because it results in a really good parley between animation and movement, but at the cost of accuracy sometimes. So what I've done for the AI is a bit of a compromise. So root motion is still used for driving most motion, but they are prevented from overshooting their goals, which can lead to some small desyncs between visual and physical movement. Visual/physical movement, so it's a little like a desync there. But however, this is a pretty common compromise for games to have, and I don't expect it to be a big deal to most compared to the improvements in the movement it facilitate. So it's just helping make it helping hits land a bit better for AI animals and hopefully for you. So making sure it's a lot easier to get a hit, especially when it's hard to be accurate, so that'll help. A lot of games do it anyway, as Henry mentioned, so won't be worried about it. And I also have been helping out Ale with the Courtship System, so that's very interesting. Well, expect it'll be too frustrating to force players to only rely on chances to find a mate, so we're integrating our systems that will increase the players' chances of encountering a potential mate when they want to. So one of our first experiments is to make non-target mating calls spawn a potential mate who can respond to the call from a distance and start making their way towards you. I was able to implement the skeleton of such a system easily due to the prior spawn system rework, which is really paying dividends. So he told you with the, as I mentioned before, the system that they had with the dynamic spawning was really going to open up a lot of things in that regard. So now they can have you a mate spawn for you as soon as possible, so that's really, really cool. And my next step is to start designing and implementing the AI to work with this and other related systems in Courtship. So that's kind of one of the big things coming. I'm quite excited for Courtship because that's a big gameplay thing. So that's going to be awesome. I think because Rex, kind of the two big things coming out are Rex and Courtship, so that's going to be really awesome to see. So we've got Ale's input. So, as some of you know, one of our upcoming updates is the implementation of courtship, mating, and nesting systems. While some of those systems have been tinkered with in the past, this month has been hard at work putting them together, making sure they play nice with the other systems, and implementing them into gameplay. So let's talk about it. So first comes the wellness model. So it's a system in charge of calculating and assigning a wellness score to an individual. It is a combination of formulas that are affected by the quality of life of the individual as well as their current health, so bleeding and or poison, or injury values, current health, along with some other hidden values. And all this put together will be used to determine if an individual is a suitable mate for courtship, which leads us to the courtship system. So as we go back and Henry explained, we wanted to give the player a fair chance at mating, so we did some iterations on the new spawn system. So once you find a suitable mate, the player can initiate courtship by using the social call wheel. This will prompt the AI to inspect the player and determine if they are an acceptable mate and respond accordingly. The player's advances can either be accepted or rebuffed from a variety of reasons, such as their wellness score or if there's a pre-existing animosity between the animals. So if you've hit them and then you try to courtship them, they'll be like, nah. Also, if you're sick or losing health, it's another thing that they don't want to add. So that's pretty cool. Really interesting to see how the system is implemented. So yeah, so if the player is found to be a suitable mate, nesting can begin. So yeah, we're on the next system, nesting. So the nesting system has been showcased before. Since then, we've made some small improvements to the code base, but the overall mechanic remains the same. Once the player chooses a nesting ground, they are prompted to begin constructing the actual nest, either by digging it out, or collecting, or both. So there's kind of a bit of mix of that, depending on the animal. So here is making for Dakota Raptor. So you make the nest there. Digging it out, you can see, making the bowl. That's really cute. I like the nest. So you can see the nest there. It's still in the process of being built. A little bit more digging, and there we are. Got ourselves a nice big nest if we have a look there. Good for a Dakota. Okay, let's stop that and go back. So once the nest is complete, you can use it to single your mate so egg laying can begin. No, we're not going to animate the actual dinosaur mating, of course. We don't want to do that. But we already have what we consider to be a good solution in mind, but that, along with egg carrying and baby dinosaur hatching, is a story for next devlog. So it'll be pretty cool to see how this is expanded upon, because obviously we're not going to have mating and also egg carrying and baby dinosaurs. That'd be very cute. Excited to get sorted into that. Really awesome. So yeah, I'm excited to play around with mating. Here we are, Zane. Last edition, I think. Yep, so last devlog, I guided you through the process of revamping the core systems that drive our animals. This also included a major overhaul of the shader that is responsible for rendering our animals, part of which is driving the ontogenetic morphing seen in the previous devlog. So this week I want to show you another module of the animal shader we've been working on lately, the eye. So as you may imagine, we have a wide variety of creatures that all come with their unique nuances in eye shapes, textures, and functionality. So we want to allow something that allows us to make animals feel more alive, while at the same time making them just a little more expressive. So in the past couple of weeks, I've been working on a dynamic procedural shader that drives the eyes of our animals. So that's pretty interesting. So we'll have a look here. So we can watch this. So you can see the pupil dilate. And the dictating membrane. That's pretty awesome. That is cool. So let's have a look at it. As it stands now, the shader is capable of procedurally generating the entire UV map of all the major components of the eye. So the size of the pupil, iris, and sclera can be changed dynamically and in runtime for a wide variety of effects. So as shown in this video, we can dilate the pupil in runtime and have it match the lighting conditions of each individual animal. So of course, if it's dark, you'll see the pupil open wide. Also, if it's quite bright outside, you'll see it shrink, just like you see in people. So that's really cool. And I think that's so cool to be able to, that really gives them a little bit more life. And the pupil itself is also dynamic and can be changed to any shape we need, be it round, slit, or rectangular. So that's also really cool. And the cornea is also properly simulated, giving the eye some depth and some mild lens distortion, so as you can see here. The strength of which can all be customized, of course. And last but most definitely not least, I added support for the nictitating membrane, which you saw here. A lot of reptiles have that. So you can see it goes across the eye. That should help make our animals feel much more alive and no more dead staring eyes unless you kill the new monster. So anyways, it is still a work in progress, but I hope you enjoyed this small preview. Until next time. Nice pun. I'm always a big fan of puns. And yeah, I think that's going to be a really cool little addition to really add to the animals, make them feel a little bit more alive. So instead of just staring at you all the time, they blink and their eyes dynamically react to the lighting conditions. So all those little details that kind of add up that really makes them feel alive. But yeah, okay, so we've got the community spotlight. So we've got this really nice herd thing going on. Look at these wonderful trikes, all males. I'm surprised they managed to get that to work, but still looks really nice regardless. This is by Firegator. This really nice one at the night with the subadult Triceratops, Cyber Pink or Punk. And this cute little one, Frank, little baby juvenile Dakotan and baby Triceratops. That's some friendship. Looks like they've been fighting each other a little bit. And oh, this is a nice one. I really like this long, what do you call it? This long shot. You can see the trikes moving through. Looks really nice lighting. So yeah, I think that's about it for today for the devlog. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this devlog. I hope you guys like and subscribe. Always remember to hit that little bell icon to get notified when I upload anything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and bye-bye.